As we continued to explore subjects in the universe of the dead, something that struck us was that, the portraits to a lot of the pieces we do are really the attraction. So with that in mind, we thought, let's make it the sole attraction and do a one-to-one sized bust and get the massive impact that we can out of that particular format. In the case of the Patient Zero bust, we went to Jordi Ushel, a very famous and very well-known character concept artist who's worked in many Hollywood films, to get just that sense of the cinematic in the portrait that we were going to go for. One of the most interesting things about one-to-one busts is the level of detail that you can bore down to on a subject. In this particular case, we could really explore the traumatic effects of what being a zombie does to the skin, the eyes, the inside of the mouth, and bring a lot of this to life through a fidelity of sculpture that's not available in smaller formats. And in the same manner with the paint, a lot of paint effects that are just very difficult to do on small-scale portraits, but on a larger canvas can just really explode with, wherever the imagination can take it.
So we get to see what Patient Zero looks like as a full-size bust, and exactly how far the decay goes, and it's pretty disgusting. When you get up close and you see the sculpture and how the skin is dried out, it looks like it's dried out and cracked, and there's a lot of wrinkles in it. There's a lot of detail inside it. And even inside some of the wounds, the open wounds that he has in his head and in his chest, where you can see muscle fiber, and on the surface of the skin you can see some of the veining, and even in the back of the head you can see a little bit of his skull too. So it's pretty grotesque. It's not often that we put an exclusive with one of our life-size busts, but we felt we had to in this situation. The art print captures Patient Zero in his signature pose, where his left arm is up and his right arm's hanging behind, and gives it just a little bit more of a dynamic feel for what would otherwise be a non-dynamic character, since he is just a shambling zombie.
One thing that really excites us about where we're taking the dead is our exploration of these more elaborate formats. We began the line as a 6-scale line, which had a certain level of constraint because of the articulated bodies that were involved. The opportunity to explore the dead through our premium format line, and now with a one-to-one bust line, really gives us freedom of interpretation of character. There's really nothing that holds us back at this point in bringing our imaginative interpretations of these characters to the collectors themselves.